couple of lesson videos that have been on hybrid picking have gone pretty well, I would say. Uh, I got a lot of comments saying this helps so much, never had the confidence to do this, yada yada. Um, and I don't know, I'm kind of procrastinating doing anything for the TDRS contest because I really don't have a ton of time to put anything decent together. So I will do more lesson videos, and this one's going to be on the solo lick, the Paul Gilbert learned. Paul Gilbert has a video on that lick and that run, and also how to go back up. But I'll put a link to that in the description because that's where I learned the basis of most of what I know on this. The rest of it is from watching Buckethead play live and just, really exploring videos on YouTube. That's really how I've learned how to play. So I will try and impart some of that knowledge on you guys. And let's see where to start. Well, it's all based off natural minor scale. So, if you don't know that, walking up, it's 3 notes per string, except for you get a junction right here where you skip up, and fret numbers 3, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 6, 7, and then you could continue and hit the same note, and it would go 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. But then you get this double note where you're playing the same note. And what I do is, again, from a YouTube video, there's a Buckethead solo lesson, a guy with a strat shows this same basic idea. I'll put a link in the description. Where when you get to, you go back down to 6, 7, 9, 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10. So if you go all the way down to the bottom, you have the 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5. You have that shape of the 2 tucked together and then the 1 out, and then you have the 2 out and the 1 bottom. That's the shape that is used for a lot of Buckethead solo licks. He does go into all the other formations of the scale during certain points, but you have all just octaves, and you walk up. Just become very familiar with that scale and figure out where the rest of the notes go, so you can explore in other positions. So again, the shape we're dealing with. So I will work off the higher notes up here, so it's 7th fret. And the Paul Gilbert video, the pattern he shows you is and it's very much the whole Buckethead Rock and Rio solo, where he just walks up and then he goes into simply walking up and moving up 1 fret. Uh, that shape is going to play so heavily into what goes on during this. That you should really become comfortable with that before you move on to anything else. If you already know that, then you can move on from the legato, which is just down, hammer on, pick, hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off, pull off. And start throwing picks in up there to make it sound more like a shred lick. So I have a walk up, one down, hammer-ons, pick, pick, pull off, pick, 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 pull off. So you get this really quick. Another variation on it, which is used for the Welcome to Buckethead Land solo, you use, and instead of walking all the way down, you use what I have coined as half down solo. So that's the lowest note you're going to hit in the shape. One I'm not as comfortable with, but it's getting there. So very, very slowly, because it does get confusing, is so actual fret notes of that would be 10, 7, 9, 10, 9, 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 10, 7, and it repeats, and you go back up to the 10th. And again, you can start throwing in your quick little bursts of picking on every note. Another variation you could do with these 6 notes are another Paul Gilbert lick, where you're just walking up on the 3 bottom notes and hitting the 7th fret on the next string up, and then walking back down. Now he alternate picks the whole thing, and I have never gotten used to it, but you should learn how to alternate pick every note if you can. I've abandoned all hope of that, and I do it with legato, just down strum, hammer on, pick, pick, pull offs. And you can start throwing things together. And just really jam with those 3 basic shapes of and you end up with something which I know is going to be sloppy, but and the other other lick in the Paul Gilbert video. Now, I've only seen Buckethead use this a couple times, but he does use it, and it is something to develop because it's very quick picking on the right hand part. So all you're doing is, but you're catching the 9th fret every time. Just walking up and going back down, and the picking for it is outside picking, I believe. Yep. So you have a down, up, up, down. And I can't do it for crap. But I know the concept of it, so I may as well teach it. And you can throw that into and it's always a good ending note whenever you're doing any kind of shred lick with those 6 notes. Find that note, and it's a very good ending note because you always want to be able to get out of your cool little I guess I will end this video where it is, and I do want to try and get a lesson video of his very fast pentatonic Sean Lane inspired stuff, and possibly his finger nubbing, but I'm not too great at it, so it'll kind of be up in the air. I'm tired.